yet another profitable month betting on sports using math and market data. No more emotions or opinions, players, teams, none of that kind of stuff. We're just relying on proven plus EV betting strategies. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor. July, another amazing month for us in the VIP Discord. It's linked down below for a free trial. And yeah, today I want to show off a few of my favorite strategies, specifically on PrizePicks. We can take a look at Underdog as well and look through our Discord and really understand how we're making all of this money through the summer, even when sports aren't going on, and how we can use these strategies moving forward into September, October, November, when sports come back and we have a ton of opportunity, because as we know, that really is the time that we want to be betting as much as possible. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Before I talk about the strategy, I just want to show off some of our members having a ton of success this month in July using our Discord. Not only DFS, the main stuff I'm going to be talking about today, but also using our EV bots for FanDuel, DraftKings, that kind of thing. So if you guys don't have DFS and you're looking at sports books and looking to straight bet and find EV bets, our Discord bots are exactly that. Again, tons and tons of success here. Both these two members here use those bots, and as you can see, ton of success there. Once again, there is variance, right? Our bots aren't always going to produce a 23% ROI, right? Sometimes you can have bad ROI, which was this guy. I'm going to be completely honest. He may have missed a bunch of winners, taken some bot plays that lost that some other guys missed, vice versa, right? And so sometimes it can produce a negative ROI. Minus 1.6%, not a big deal. He'll bounce back this next month. But as you can see, we've got other guys here with a ton of profit. What worked really well for you? The bots, right? He's getting as much volume as he can in. Almost 1,500 bets for him. Some more guys here. Great 14% ROI, 10% ROI, a ton of great success. Just again, focusing on math, trusting the process, using EV techniques. Speaking of those techniques and the strategies, let's get into it. Let's start off on PrizePicks, and we'll go kind of sport by sport, because the two main things we've been doing on PrizePicks has been MLB and esports, right? I mean, those are really the only sports around right now. Obviously, we have some golf, in the mix, some Olympic stuff, but for the most part, it's been MLB baseball and esports. So starting off with MLB, yesterday 2 days ago, we had a couple awesome cashes here, and these are some plays that I want to get into and kind of talk about the strategy behind them. Now, when you're looking at PrizePicks, as we know, they have a fixed payout structure, right? They don't really change the way that they pay things out like a normal sportsbook does, and that allows us to utilize positive correlation between players. I've talked about this in many different facets, both esports and football, but now we can do that in baseball as well. And how do we do that in baseball? Well, what we like to do in the VIP Discord, I'm not going to give away all of my secrets here. You'll have to join to see what exact slips we're playing, but I'll show you a couple here. And that's utilizing the first inning runs allowed line and correlating that with players again in that game, right? So let's say we've got, and as you can see, this was a nice, I believe this is a 9.5x win right here. And then this one here was a 19.5x 4-man. So a couple really nice plays. And what I want to talk about, and what I want to show you, is how this line here, having the pitchers to give up runs, is very, very correlated with one of the team's top of the lineup, right? So if we've got Patrick Corbin and Nelson to give up a first inning run, well, that is super, super correlated with the Diamondbacks top of the order, right? Marte is leading off, Marino is second, and Grichuk was batting cleanup, right? Fourth. So what are we doing here? Well, we're saying that there's going to be a run scored in the first inning. And if there is a run scored in the first inning, let's assume that it's by the Diamondbacks. It could be by the opposing team, the Nationals here, which would be fine. That would get us this leg. But let's assume that it's very correlated with the Diamondback stack. Well, if they're scoring a run in the first inning, it's probably pretty likely to be the first or the second hitter. So we put run and run for the first and the second. And who's going to drive them in? Who's going to hit them in and get the run batted in, the RBI? Well, likely the third, fourth, or fifth guy. And so that's why we put Grichuk here in the 4-hole in the cleanup spot to drive them in with an RBI, right? Now, there's a lot more nuance behind this. We actually go in and look on FanDuel, Bet365, and actually get the odds, get the correlation coefficient, and we use some math, and we actually devig this stuff and understand how EV these are. All of these plays are over 40% EV, some of them 80%. It's pretty crazy the value that we're getting out there right now, but you do need to mix and match, play around with it, see what builds best. But that is a general idea here, right? Same thing with this game down here. We've got the Colorado and Los Angeles game to get a run in the first inning. There were actually 4 runs scored in the first inning, and I wonder why. Well, Charlie Blackmon led off with a run. Tovar, second, had a run. McMahon in the 3-hole had an RBI, right? That's how we do it. We correlate things together, and PrizePicks should be reducing our payout when we do that, but they don't with these plays and with a few other strategies that we have, which again, I'm not going to give everything away here, but this is a really, really good strategy that we've been running for months now. I think it's produced like a 10% ROI. I'm not totally sure on what it is updated now. Might even be higher because we had such a great end of the month. But that is how we've been attacking baseball on PrizePicks. Let's talk about esports now. PrizePicks has tried to nerf, meaning tried to stop us from making money betting on esports by reducing the payouts, specifically on League of Legends. Our strategy that we were using before kind of got nerfed, and so we have to work around it and find other ways. Some great strategies would be taking the bot player with his support with assists both in the same direction, or even taking the bot player over on one team. He's going to get a ton of kills, so that means that the other team's support player, the other team's bot player will probably get less kills or less assists based on the game flow. Again, very positively correlated. So that's a little tip that you guys could take and play around with it. But what we want to focus on when we're looking at esports is getting payouts of at least 9x on a 4-man slip. At least 23x on a 6-man. So again, when we're looking at League of Legends and we're taking let's just say I'm just randomly playing these, this one here, right? It totally works what I'm doing. But if you're just taking random plays, it doesn't nerf it on the payout. But if you're really trying to correlate it, one team to beat the other team, and the best player to get a ton of kills, and who he's going up against to get under their kills, PrizePicks will tend to reduce those payouts. So what do? Well, we look for other esports that gives us these opportunities but doesn't reduce the payout, right? And so that's what I love Valorant for. Now, Valorant, very similar to CSGO, round-based games, right? 2 teams, 5v5 facing off against each other. And if it gets close, it can go to overtime, which can increase the amount of rounds and increase the amount of kills for everyone. If it's a blowout, well, that would mean that there's less rounds, less kills for everyone. So what we do with Valorant and CSGO is we pair 2 players together, 1 on each team, and we go over for both of them or under for both of them, depending on the line value, the discrepancy. So I'll check on underdog and see, okay, well, what is his line on underdog? We actually have a tool I can show you that finds opportunities here where, okay, on PrizePicks 27.5, underdog 28.5. So if we're going to take it on PrizePicks, we should take the over, right? Because underdog's pricing it a little bit higher. No reason to take the under on him when underdog has it at a better price if we were to take the under. So what we like to do is basically take these 2 pairs, right, and then find another opportunity where we can take a pair. So if we want to look at NFL, right, we've got the NFL Hall of Fame game tonight. If we wanted to take, let's say Houston's quarterback and wide receiver to both go under, we're still getting a 10x payout, right, with Val, which is pretty sweet. Same thing with CSGO. if we wanted to pair these with CSGO, with CS2, sorry, not CSGO, same thing. We would, if we're pairing these two guys together, we can get at least a 9x payout, which is good. So at the end of the day, we're looking to play around with positively correlated plays, making sure that we're getting good line value, and we're playing it in a slip, in a 4-man slip, where we're at least getting a 9x payout. Ideally, it's 10, 9.5, around there, but nothing less, just because that really does eat away at your ROI in the long term, right? Now, obviously, you can use platforms like OddsJam here. Their screen is fantastic. Let me just slide this over here. Their screen is great. You can also look at their fantasy optimizer for DFS as well, is really good. And you can see, again, you want to make sure that you kind of know what you're doing here, and you're checking and making sure that plays are accurate. Like, you don't necessarily just want to take this king in play over 5.5 just because he's at minus 224 on hot streak, because hot streak isn't very sharp, right? We want to look for plays where we're getting a line that is compared to a relatively sharp sports book. So OddsJam's optimizer is good. You can use it to find some plays, but I really do, honestly, my favorite part about OddsJam is using this screen here. Now, this screen allows you to see odds from every sports book, and you can look at player props as well. So I use this to look into if I want to see, like, okay, well, maybe we can look for strikeout lines here. If we wanted to play an MLB stack or something, we want to go, over strikeouts for a pitcher and over strikeouts for one of the hitters or something. Well, we can look on OddsJam and see, okay, so Montero at 3.5, he's minus 135 on Caesars, minus 120 on DraftKings, not totally favored to go over, but a little bit. Let's see if we can find a better play. Okay, well, how about this one? Charlie Morton, perfect. Minus 155 to go over. So if we could get this line at 5.5 on PrizePicks, which unfortunately we don't, it's at 6. But if we can get that at 5.5, that would be a great play. So this product allows you to see, where the opportunities are across all the sports books in the world. Another one, great one here, Imanaga. He's at 5.5 on PrizePicks. Well, you can see that on Circa and on MGM and even DraftKings at minus 125, pretty favored to go under this 5.5 line. So could be good if you could find value, finding another player to go under their strikeouts, correlate it with his pitcher strikeouts. That is a great way to use this product here on OddsJam. It's good to be back making YouTube videos. Going to continue doing this into the prime betting season, making a ton of content to help you guys make money betting on sports. So that is the goal here. Started this YouTube channel over a year ago, over 200 videos to help you make money betting. That's the goal, period. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And yeah, again, VIP Discord, it's not 100% necessary that you're in there, but we do have a free trial and I highly recommend it. We put a ton of effort into making it the best value for any EV bettor, right? We've got a ton of options for anyone, regardless of location. If you only have a couple sports books, you can use it, right? You can use our bots, you can use expertise and the community as well. So if you're interested, it's a 3-day free trial. You can check it out in the link down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.